I see. So you believe that this warning letter was...
Absolutely. I've said it before and I'll say it again. The Phantom Weasel never acts as you expect. He must have faked his own death 10 years ago using a body double. Now that he's back, I'm sure the guards who worked on his case back in the day are in...
Couldn't agree more. As a journalist, I'm gonna get a lot of my... Thank you, sir, for your time. Now, whom should I interview next? Huh? Hey! What a coincidence! Fancy meeting you here. Perfect timing. So, the Phantom Weasel's latest warning letter. What are your thoughts?
Yeah. We're hearing of this one. Could you clue us in?
Huh? Oh, sorry. Well, not to worry. You're in good hands because I'm a professional. The story... 10 or so years ago, a phantom thief became active in the court of Fontaine, known only as the Weasel.
Wow, cool! He sounds like one of those mysterious night...
Precisely. Well, except the part where they actually have a good reputation. Our Weasel target... He would just as soon steal a necklace from a rich merchant's safe as he would a toy doll given to a commoner child for their birthday. I know. The phantom thieves you read about in novels rob the rich to pay the poor. But this guy did not discriminate. Unsurprisingly, this didn't work wonders for his public reputation.
Yeesh. So...
Not exactly. There's a good chance that the Weasel would still be at large to this day if it hadn't been for an accident 10 years ago. A magician named Caesar fell to his death in a botched high-altitude escape performance. When the police went through his personal effects, they found a hoard of stolen loot and gadgets used for criminal activities. Sure enough, thefts in Fontaine went down after Caesar's death. But today, 10 years on, the notorious thief has once again issued one of his warning letters. I had to squeeze through the crowd this morning to get a photo as soon as I heard. Here.
So, this is the warning letter, huh? Let's see. 3 days from now, when evening falls, I shall take...
This is, without a doubt, a clear declaration of criminal intent. After what once seemed like an open and shut case has been blown wide open again. But why has he reemerged now? And
uh-oh. If this thief will steal anything that other people value, does that... Really?
Okay, the people have spoken. It's clear that the Let's see, I've got a photo of the letter, my interview notes. Yep, that should be enough to form the skeleton of my article. It does feel like something is missing, though. Something exclusive. Who should I interview next? I need someone with a more concrete connection to the Weasel. Is that who I think it is?
Lyney!
Magic, magician, Caesar! The Phantom Weasel! That's it! Let's go interview Lyney! You see, the original Phantom Thief Caesar was a magician too! And what do Phantom Thieves and magicians have in common? They both have an air of mystery about them. Perhaps there's a connection there.
Are you serious? What sort of a deduction is that?
Oh, relax. My journalistic instinct tells me that an exclusive news story is beckoning.
You gotta find it.
I'll take a guess. Take a guess. Wow, Mr. Magician! How did you know which card I picked?
Oh, it's simple. Come closer and I'll let you in on my secret. Magicians have a special skill called telepathy.
Really? Then, what am I thinking now?
Well, first you need to relax, because I can see that you're clenching your fist in your mind.
Aww.
And now you're getting a little flustered. You're trying to find a way to empty your... You snuck out from home today, didn't you? You
can tell?
Of course. Oh, and that's the end of my performance.
All right, got it.
Hey, Lyney?
Why, hello. We meet again. Are you looking for me? What?
Well, why don't you guess, Mr. Telepath?
Oh, please. You didn't believe that spiel, did you? The power of telepathy...
I'm sure that child would beg to differ. Seemed like you were right on the money.
That was nothing more than a little trickery. I made an educated guess based on his That, plus the fact that he was the only kid here without his parents, and he looked as guilty as sin. You guys, on the other hand... Let me guess.
Wow! Got it in one!
Wait, really? No trickery this time. His warning letter's been the talk of the town, so I figured that maybe you were asking around about that.
Bingo! I plan on writing a column reporting on the latest news about the Phantom Weasel. So, Lyney, what are your thoughts on this infamous thief's reappearance?
To be honest, it makes me angry.
Angry? Why?
You read his letter, right? The Phantom Weasel claims he's planning something in 3 nights' time at the
Huh. What are the chances? Wait a minute, you don't think he's after you?
Well, if he is, then his warning is clearly a direct challenge to me personally. And if he's not, then it's still going to be a huge headache for me. The mere mention of the Weasel's name is enough to scare people off. So once the contents of that letter get out, barely end. But I've been preparing for this for a long time. I'm not about to let him ruin my big day.
Really? So what you're saying is, we might get to see a...
To be honest, I'm not sure if I'll emerge the victor. The Phantom...
You're being far too modest, Lyney. I think your magic tricks are even more inscrutable than those of...
Thanks for the compliment, though I have to say, a lot of people liken magicians to thieves. Allow me to demonstrate with a quick magic trick. Here, I have a flower, just an ordinary flower that was picked not long ago. Watch it carefully now. 3, 2, 1.
It's gone!
That's the question. Where did it go? Therein lies the difference between us. Thieves make precious things disappear, but only magicians make them reappear. If I could now invite you all to check your clothes, there might be a surprise in there somewhere.
A surprise? Let me see! It's right there! But how? You haven't moved this whole time!
What an outstanding trick! Sorry, Lyney, it seems that my previous praise was woefully inadequate.
Don't worry, I didn't take offense. Since Caesar's death, a lot of people associate magicians with criminals.
I can imagine. Coming back to your trick just now, might I presume that you are well versed in floral symbolism? For example, magicians often use rainbow roses in their flower-related performances. But you used a Lumidu spell, which, if I'm not mistaken, allude to separate...
Impressive knowledge. It's no wonder you're such a successful journalist. But I'm afraid I don't know the first... It sounds like something I should look into, though.
Well noted. In that case, this brings us to the end of our interview. Please feel free to get in touch to update me on any further developments. Otherwise, if there's nothing else, I'll be off. You've given me lots to work with here, and I've got no time to lose if I want to write that exclusive piece. I'll see you all
later. So, Lyney, are you gonna tell us...
I'm afraid that's my little secret.
Aww. You feel it too, right? So itchy!
Not so itchy, then. Well, since you're so concerned...
Magician's assistants? Oh, that sounds fun! Assistants we're technically magicians too. Also, it'll bring us one step closer to figuring out how that darn trick is done. Shall we go for it?
Excellent. Thank you for putting your trust in moi. The first thing we need to look into is who sees. But if he wasn't the weasel, and if we're investigating we should make a move. Let's go.
Fresh fruits.
You took your...
Sorry, I bumped into the Traveler and Charlotte en route, and we ended...
It's been a while. We're working as Lyney's temporary assistants in the investigation of the
Thank you. It's good to have you helping.
So, what's the situation? Have you seen Gemma?
Nope. I've been here a while, and she still hasn't shown up.
How bizarre. Maybe it was bad intel. Well, we won't get anywhere by standing around waiting. Traveler, Paimon, let's go ask around. Excuse me, good sir. Do you by any chance know a Gemma?
Gemma? You mean Caesar's fiancé? Sure I do.
I'm just trying to get a hold of her because I need...
Yeah, she does. Poor thing. Ever since Caesar passed away, she's been coming here once every week to clean his grave. I asked her what she was doing once. She said she wanted to speak to him again. She knows he's gone and can't hear her from the grave, but...
She's been doing this ever since...
I'll bet. Caesar's reputation fell apart after... I don't know if the mind lives on in the waters after death. If I'm honest, I think this is all so unfair to poor Gemma. Anyway, all of that said, well, that's everything I know, I'm afraid. You might...
All right, well, thanks for sharing all of this with us. We'll keep asking around.
You're welcome. I just hope she'll be able to move on one day.
Did you hear the news? They're saying the Phantom Weasel's back.
You're kidding.
I don't know anymore. All sorts of news flying around nowadays. I can never tell. But what if? Just hypothetically, I mean. What if this weasel's the real...
Called it. Seriously, 10 years ago?
Oh, please. Weren't you the one cursing his name to high heaven when the...
Wait, did I say that? I don't seem to recall.
Hello there. Sorry for disturbing you, but I couldn't help but notice you were discussing the Phantom Weasel. We're actually quite interested in this topic as well, but we're struggling to get to...
You've come to the right people. Yep. He was a great magician. The best trick I ever saw him do was pop a... I was right up close and didn't blink or look away once.
I saw him perform too. He always used to bring some gifts along. Sometimes he even got the kids to write their wishes down, and then he'd make...
Huh. He doesn't sound like such a bad guy.
But after he died, there were also rumors. As I'm sure you know, the Phantom Weasel would steal just about anything from anyone.
Whatever the case, now that the Weasel is back, Caesar's become a hot topic once more. I bet Gemma must be pleased. No, speak of the devil. That's her over there. If you've got any more questions about Caesar...
So that's Gemma. Is it just Paimon, or does it look like something's wrong? Wait, it looks like she's injured. Come on, let's see if she's okay. Gemma, right?
Who's asking?
Don't be afraid, we mean no harm. It looks like you're injured. How bad is it?
Thanks for your concern, but you didn't answer my question.
My name is Lyney, and this is my sister Lynette.
My name's Paimon, and this here's the Traveler. We're investigating the Phantom Weasel.
The Weasel posted a warning letter this morning. You knew Caesar better. I promise you can trust us. Huh.
No.
Got it.
If you don't have any more questions, please leave.
Judging by the look on her face, there's definitely something.
She's lying. She definitely knows something.
That's fair. We're just a bunch of strangers who showed up and started questioning her about things that happened a whole decade ago. It makes sense that she'd be wary around us. In any case, I doubt we'll get any further here, so let's call it a day. Meet me outside Hotel de Boer tomorrow, and then we'll start the next step of our...
Every journey has its final day. Don't rush.
Don't blink!
Over here.
Lynette's not joining us today?
I've had her follow Gemma and see... Still, I don't think that Gemma's likely to open up to it. Today, we'll be looking into a guy named Lorenzo, Caesar's former pupil and assistant. When Caesar passed away, before long, Lorenzo was the... I had to pull a lot of...
Art is the key ingredient in fine dining.
You neglected to mention that you were bringing 2 other...
My apologies. These 2 are my assistants. When they heard that I was meeting with the former magic maestro himself, they begged and pleaded with me to bring them along. And if it's no trouble...
Oh, forget the pleasantries. Just sit.
Get a load of this guy.
I only agreed to...
Much obliged, sir. Yesterday morning, I have to get to the bottom of this to ensure...
What is there to investigate? Caesar was the
Please, sir.
Possibility. The weasel is dead. Period. Everyone knows...
Oh, sir, my pride is a...
Your pride?
I want to find out...
What would that...
Uh-oh. This is getting...
Renzo? Is that...
Another day, I'm busy.
Oh, come on! You can't be all...
If I wanted your life advice, I'd ask for it. Now get out of my face and go be drunk.
Sorry, my good sir. I don't believe I've had the pleasure.
Oh, hey! This is your first... and he wonders why he can't get a girlfriend, despite being...
Shut up and get out of my face. Another word out of you and you can forget about doing business with me ever again.
Sorry, I may have had a little too much to drink. All right, I'm gonna leave. Don't work too hard.
I think it's high time I made a move as well. If you really want to investigate this, Lyney, be my guest. But if nothing good comes of it, don't say I didn't warn you.
Well, that fell to pieces and...
Totally! And what was all that about compensating you for your losses? He's gotta be hiding something, and not like...
I think so too. That guy Edmondo's... You okay there?
Who are... Oh, I say way too much bad.
So, he was serious.
Hey! Don't go prime.
What kind of bad?
Don't even... that's not...
And there he goes.
Shh. I think we're being watched. Don't say anything and don't look back.